Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my creative playground. I'm going to show you how to assemble this gorgeous four-fold layer card, which I love. I absolutely love this. And this is one that I made on Friday night at my latest Zoom class. And I'm just going to be assembling this, and I put this together. I put this particular one together for my daughter's birthday, which is this Thursday. So shh, don't tell her. I just love this card. I used the Delightfully Eclectic designer paper, which is the assorted pack that is in the new annual catalog, and it's 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. And there's all different kinds of patterns and they're generic patterns, so they go with any type of stamp set. They're not stamp set specific, which is what I love about these paper packs. And then I used the Timeless Arrangements bundle, which is this sentiment set. So this stamp set has these gorgeous dies. There's 3 different size rectangles that you can use for the sentiments on these cards, and then there's all these different patterns that cut out leaves with a little banner. There's flowers with a banner. There's also some flowers and leaves that you can cut out that you can stamp and then cut out, and then there's this really pretty background and this pretty background. And so there's so much that you can do with this bundle, and I will show you how to use that. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have the directions attached for this card, and what we're going to do is I've already pre-cut all the cardstock, so I'll show you that, and I'm just going to show you how to assemble this and then put this together. And so it's just going to be a quick and easy. I have 4 pieces of cardstock that make up the base, and then I have 4 mats and 4 pieces of designer paper, which I have already put together, that will decorate the card. So I'm just going to set these aside for the moment. And here's my cardstock, and you need your paper trimmer with your scoring blade, and we're going to set the smaller one aside at this point. The first one is 6 by 5.5, so it goes this way, so it's 6 by 5.5. The second one is 6 by 4.25, because these are going to go down, and then the third one is 6 by 3. And then this one is actually shorter. It's 4.25 by 1 1/3, because this doesn't have to have the folds to create that layer look. So it will all make sense in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to score each one of these pieces at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. And that's going to be on the left-hand side. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1.5. There we go. Half an inch and 1.5. So you're only scoring the first 3 pieces, which are the ones that are going to make up that fold. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this back, and we're going to fold this forward. And I don't know what happened to my bone folder. Okay, when I can't find my bone folder, I use a pen, a side of a pen. And actually I should put this on so that I don't get ink all over. Okay, so it's going to look like this. And we're going to fold this back and this back. It's going to look like that. And then we're going to fold this back and then this back. Like so. There we go. So there's our pieces, and then here's our last piece. So I'm just putting this up here for safekeeping. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to measure down 1.5 inches on each of these. And if you remember, you scored this at 1/2 inch and 1.5. So this is 1.5 here. And we're going to measure down 1.5 on each of these. We're going to make a little pencil mark. Oops. Okay. You make a little pencil mark. And we're going to make a pencil mark. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut from that 1.5 inch mark up to here. And that's going to make this diagonal cut here so that the pages all fit together and they lay correctly. So I'm just going to go up from my 1.5 inch mark. There we go. You can also cut it this way if that's easier for you. So I'm going to go here. There we go. And then we'll erase those pencil marks. Oops, and that one I may have cut a little bit too low. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to erase these pencil marks. Oops, wrong eraser. Okay, I love these erasers. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to add tear and tape to that layer. Oops. And actually this is very narrow tear and tape, so I'm going to put 2 pieces on. Now, this is the hardest part of this card, and it's not hard at all. So, we're going to take each of the layers. So we have our largest layer, and we're going to layer this like this. And what you want to do, you want to line up this edge here and this bottom edge, okay? So, let's take the backing off of this tape. And then you may find it easier to stand up so that you can look straight down on the piece. So we're going to, I've got this scored. We're going to layer. So what I'm doing is just moving that over. So I've got my 2 pieces, there we go, like that. And there we go. Okay, so this piece now opens like this. You've got that layer. And I'm going to release the backing. Oops, there we go. Okay, the backing came off and started to take the tape with it. Oh no, and this one is too. There we go. I need to get my nail under there. There we go. Okay. And so here's our 3rd piece. So again, we're going to line that up. So we've got a nice even edge. So really what you're doing is you're kind of making a book. Okay. There's our pieces, like so. I'm going to take this last one off. Okay, and now we just have that one piece left, and this is the one that didn't need to be scored because this one isn't, this is the front piece. So it doesn't need to be scored since we're not putting another layer on top of it. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to line this up, and of course this one is, that's why this one is 4 1/4, because it's the width of your finished card. Okay, so there's our 4 pieces and our layers all put together. And if you do have some pieces that hang over a little bit, I would just take my scissors and even these out. That's actually the first time. I've never had that happen before, and I've made this card several times now. Okay, there we go. So there's our pieces, and now I'm going to add my layers. And all the cutting directions are attached to this card. They're down below in the comments section, so you can print off my PDF. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, because you have this extra 1.5 over here, you want to line everything up with this side here, because there's going to be a little bit of a margin there. So, and I didn't quite do that with this one. So let me, oops. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to line this up. So you want it to have an even margin around the edges of the pages. And then this will be covered up by this piece, like so. Okay, and then the last one goes up and down like this. And then this piece goes on. Okay, and I will spread this out. There's 3 different size rectangles that you can use for the sentiments. And then there's dies that cut out both flowers and leaves on a little banner. And they all fit together like this. And here's a set of flowers. Here's another set of flowers. And here's a set of leaves. So what you would do is you stamp your message on the banner, and then you glue the whole thing together like this. And then you can put your flowers. So it's easiest to work backwards on this, but then you can put your flowers in between on the back side. And then I've also cut some of these apart, because as I work on this and flip it over, so you'll see. Okay, so this is the front side, and this is the front side of the label. Okay, so you're going to, you want to actually put the glue on the front side of the label part, like this. And then I'm going to line that up with the top of the label, like that. Okay, so you would stamp your message here, and then you would add the different flower pieces or floral pieces that you want. So then I would take this one, isn't that pretty? And I would fit the flowers in where you want them. So then if you need to, you can just trim a little bit off this label to get those to fit where you want them to fit. So again, you want to put the glue on the front side, because you're going to be flipping it over and it's going on top of the label, and so it's going to be front side to front side to front side. So you're going to use the glue on the front side. So, and then what I would do with this is I would add, I'm going to trim this one down. And I'm going to add this one to there. There we go. And then I would stamp my message, and then also you can just kind of move the flowers forward or backwards or however you want to layer them. If you want the flowers to be in the front and the leaves to be in the back, you can just kind of move the little pieces around. So that's how you make these gorgeous timeless arrangements labels. Then we're going to put this on the front. We would stamp our message. Okay, and then let me bring back in my finished one. And what I did was I added a little piece to each page, and what's great about this is it's kind of like a mini scrapbook. So you could put pictures in it, you can put messages. So this is for my daughter's birthday. So I did You're Amazing, and that's a fact. I used the Strong and Resilient stamp set, which is one of my favorite stamp sets. You Are Like a Diamond, Resilient, Strong, and Beautiful. And then Celebrate You, because it's her birthday. And so what I did here was I folded this out, oops, this way, and I added little pieces here to cover up that diagonal fold. So just something a little bit extra, and then they all hang off on the side. I was going to decorate each one of these layers, but then that took away from the card and you lost the impact of the actual layers and how the layers show. So I decided not to do that, and I just kept it like this. So I love, love, love this card. So this is a 4-layer fun fold card, and I hope you've enjoyed. And as I said, you can print off my PDF in the comments below. Take care and have a fantastic day.